Oh, hello, Sinvicta.
Hello, come back, kid. Northernlion, bringing it back as always. I'm making a commitment that I'm gonna end this week up 2-1.
All right. Well, 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck, have fun. Hopping right to it.
You know what they say. You want to make God laugh? Tell him your plans.
Yeah, I've never heard that in my entire
Really?
life. Never,
I think it's a
not
good.
once.
It's a good expression. It's actually. I don't really like it as an expression because I think people use it as an excuse not to plan, which is not very smart.
Right. I mean, okay. Are you a planner? Like, if you go on a trip, do you have to have like everything planned out, or at least you have to have like big events, like timeline and scheduled sort of thing?
I am not, but Kate is, and I
That doesn't
honestly
surprise me.
think it's a really good balance to have in a partnership. Because
Right.
if it were just me, I would be like, I'll figure it out when I get there, and I would probably do almost nothing. But with her, she plans it out in advance so we know what we're doing. But if she's like, I'm really tired today, can we like cross this thing off the list? I'm never
You're like,
anal
yeah,
about it. I'm like,
yeah,
let's just take a nap. That sounds fine.
yeah,
How about
yeah. I'm
you?
kind of the same way. I don't. I prefer to have at least a little bit of linear direction in like the big bullet points of like if I'm going on a trip or something.
Yeah.
But if there's like a day where it's just there's nothing planned today, I'm like, yeah, that sounds totally fine with
Yeah.
me. Just, I mean, I'm on vacation. I'm relaxing,
You
sort
can,
of a
I
thing.
mean, you could just make a day out of like, we're going to get lunch and dinner.
Yeah, yeah.
And
I
then,
mean,
I don't know,
that's
maybe like walk around and see what's up.
yeah, just people watch or whatever.
Yeah, that's, I
I'll be
mean,
going.
like when we were in Iceland, we slept at least 50% of the time we were in the country. Partly because
I
of
bet,
jet lag, partly because
right?
like
Yeah,
the sun rises at 9 and goes down at like well, it rises at like 10 and goes down at like 4, and then partly because we were like the country's
just
not
relax.
the country's like not it's big by walking, but it's not like a it's not a sprawling
Yeah, yeah. I
land.
mean, you don't have to go far to see most of what Iceland has to offer from a
Yeah.
tourist attraction
I mean, like,
standpoint.
especially when we were like, if we were spending the whole day in Reykjavik, we were like, you can go see like 5 things, and then you're like, what do you want to do now? And you're like, I don't know, it's like 1:30 p.m.
Wow. Go play some video games, man. I gotta go play some Eve Online.
All I had was my phone.
Yeah, go play some gacha games, man.
That's actually, I had my laptop because I had to do a Java assignment. As you can see, it was a landmark trip.
Sounds like a great trip.
It was a lot of, I had a great time. It was one of my favorite trips, actually.
I do want to go to Iceland one day because it's the perfect weather and the perfect people because they love heavy metal out there.
Mm.
And it's I just love it when it's dark, gray outside and cold. Dude, sign me up for that all day, every day.
You're on the metal thing. You're absolutely right. You won't believe it, but they had a hard rock cafe. So
Really?
if you're looking, you want to get your metal fix, there you go. You can go. You can go to the Hard Rock Cafe.
I can go to Iceland Iceland. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They got.
I mean, we have one in.
all the hard rockers.
I mean, we have one in Houston.
Elton
so,
John. All the.
Yeah, I wouldn't need
all
to.
those metalheads.
I wouldn't need to go to Iceland to go to the Hard Rock Cafe. We have one here in Houston.
To a Hard Rock Cafe.
Gotcha.
Dude, I have no idea.
I've only just now found a sign that has language on it, and it did not help me at all.
Yeah, I got 15 seconds left as well.
I got 30 seconds left.
Well, dude, it must be nice.
Hey, you know what they say, if you don't want to be in a rush, then tell God to make bullet points.
I was going off on idioms today.
Okay.
I have a problem with a lot of idioms. The
right.
one that people think it works, like people know nothing, myself included. But people always say like any press is good press. This absolutely, it's the falsest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. There are terrible forms of press.
We were both in Slovenia. How did that happen? I got you by 200, by the way.
Oh,
but
yeah.
how did that even happen?
Can I want to give
Anyway,
you an
I'm
example
listening.
of bad press.
Okay.
Mel Gibson arrested for drunk driving after delivering incoherent anti-Semitic rant in Los Angeles.
Yep. That'll do
Ruined
it.
his career in Hollywood for like 15 years. People have the audacity to say, whenever there's a news story, they're like, they shouldn't even report on this. You're just giving them press. Some press is really bad. Like, I don't even know what has to be wrong with your brain to be like, any press is good press.
You're on Billy McFarland levels of any press is good press.
I don't even know who that is. Billy McFarland.
He is the brainchild genius behind the brand of Fire, known
the
for
Fire
the
Festival.
Fire Festival.
Okay, actually now I do. I watched one of the documentaries.
Do you want on Netflix or Hulu?
Definitely Netflix.
Okay, yeah, that's the one that I watched too.
I heard the Hulu one was pretty good too, though.
That one was I actually wanted to see that one because it was so different than the Netflix one.
Yeah, well, the Netflix
clips I've
one
seen.
was it was partly funded by one of the companies that did.
Yes.
What I forget what their name is. F. Jerry.
Yeah. It's because they wanted to show what they went through. The other one had McFarlane directly in front of the camera.
Oh, really?
More of like, yeah, the Hulu one has him there
that.
answering questions and speaking for himself.
I'm glad you brought that because there's like one of my favorite quotes ever. And I use it all the time. Is from the Netflix documentary.
That's not fraud.
No, not that one. But,
oh, okay.
That's Ja Rule.
Yeah.
Ja Rule.
Ja Rule.
It's when it's like the festival's like a day away from happening, and they tell him that like logistically there's not enough food, there's not enough water, and there's not enough shelter, like the three things that human beings need to live. And the CEO has the audacity to say, we're not a problem-focused organization, we're a solution-focused organization. And it's just such a good line to bust out when you're like absolutely screwed. It's like,
we're not problems focused, we're solutions focused.
Don't come to me with problems. Come to me with solutions.
Yeah.
It's probably maybe the worst management style I've ever heard in my entire life. Can you imagine like trying to pop that one on your significant other?
Oh, yeah, it wouldn't be significant. Depending on who you are, you may be out of a significant other very quickly. I almost duped myself on this guess, by the way.
Really?
I almost made a very big mistake. But then I saw this and realized that would have not been wise. But the problem is that
country very big.
And do you know where this is?
I know the country.
Yes.
Do I know I do not even know the state, no. Or the...
No, I don't even know this.
The red.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's Brazil, come on.
Yeah.
But I have no idea what the state is, though. I've only seen a city name, but it doesn't help much. I saw a sign that, is your guess over, by the way?
No, I got 18 seconds.
I got 37 seconds. I saw a sign that had what I thought was the Chilean flag on there.
Oh,
so I was starting. I was looking around Chile, but then I realized that no, I'm looking at Portuguese here. That would not have made sense. And before you yell at me, chat, just know come on, we know we're in Brazil at this point. This isn't a New Zealand type.
That's no free information.
No.
I mean, I literally saw like 15 signs that said Brazil.
That says Brazil. Come on now. I'm gonna go a little bit more over here, just because there's more city, but I should have stayed up there.
Sounds like we did exactly the same thing.
I'm actually glad I moved because I was at Manaus for a little bit there, but then I was straight up looking at Maranhão and on that sign, and it never registered me that was the state.
Oh, you must be super close then.
No, I wasn't that close. I only got you by 400, that 405. Yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna put myself here, and then I was like, all of the biggest Brazilian cities are right here. Why not just put us closer to that?
Now that I think about it, is it the Chilean flag or is it the Peruvian flag that has the that has the star in it? It looks like the Texas flag.
That is the Chilean flag.
Okay, I'll just thank God I got that right because I would have.
Or the Malaysian flag.
Well, okay, well, we weren't in Southeast
If you
Asia.
would like
so...
to go back and change your guess.
No.
Well,
See, now this is where judging distances on maps comes very helpful.
this one's kind of a nightmare.
I mean, you know where we are.
Yeah, but
you know the country, but
so far to see this
the yellow text.
Yeah, this style of road, and then I mean the country's fairly large too. We're not a problem-focused organization.
I just love that. That's not fraud. That's I'd like to say false advertising.
False advertising. That's it.
It's like Ja. Let's be real here, Ja.
He looks really bad in the documentary.
He really does.
Everybody involved does. Except for the one dude who was willing to perform fellatio to get all the clean waters to the festival.
for a very short period of time, that guy was a meme.
Yeah.
Talking about like how like, you know, we've got the biggest brain behind all of our problems sitting right next door. In the next office alone is just a picture of him with no text, just smiling at the camera.
I mean, he shouldn't have
how
to
could
do it.
How could that guy? He even said, I don't mean to cut you off, but he even said, like, I'm sure this won't go very far. Before he talks about the water story. I'm like, dude, you're on Netflix.
Yeah,
it's literally seen around the world, dude. How can you?
I will say though, like, if he needs to get a job somewhere else, and I'm not even being ironic. Like, obviously, he should never have been put into a position where that's an option, and he shouldn't have done it if he did. But the fact that he was willing to do it really shows a lot of company loyalty.
He's brand aware, man. Like,
especially knowing the thing is going to be a disaster regardless.
This is what I will say. Unironically, outside of that scenario, you could tell that he's super like experienced in putting together like events and stuff.
Yeah.
Because he was talking about like how much money they're going to need. And he's cutting all of that stuff, and like, you know, he's got like a realistic outlook on how long things should take. Like, man, like if I was doing an event, like I'd want someone as smart as he, but maybe not quite as smart.
I can't look at this anymore. I just can't look at the.
I'm not gonna be able to find the N3. I'm just not even going to try anymore. All I know is that the direction we're heading, and that's what I'm going off of. So,
you know, just toss me like here. I'm ready. I can live with that. I can sleep easy tonight.
What did you get? Because I have not guessed yet.
I got 3,600.
Okay.
So you know what country we're in.
Yeah, we're in France.
I've already guessed. Can you tell me what country you think we're in?
I think that we are in South Africa.
Okay, that's correct.
But now that you say that, just as I was looking there, I saw in Eswatini, I see N3 over here, and I kind of want to click over there, but I'm not going to.
But I'm losing it because like I'm watching trash TV. Like I'm watching a lot of 90 Day Fiance, and there's a guy from South Africa, and he keeps saying like, you know, I live in the bush. I'm just a guy from the bush. I don't know anything about these big cities. And I'm looking at South Africa, and I'm like, Cape Town is like so dense. Johannesburg is so dense. There's like probably 10 cities that have like over 1 million people in them each. I'm like, TLC, you're using some creative license.
They're just as bad as the History Channel at this point.
Well, at least the History Channel has the show where the dudes lift stuff.
Yeah.
Actually, but TLC is like...
truckers.
Oh, don't even get me started. There's like 2 good shows on TLC, but they're really good. But you have to hate yourself or society to watch them. 90 Day Fiance is, in my opinion, is a masterpiece.
Trashiest of trash.
But it's like, it's so good. There's trash.
It's so bad.
Temptation Island is trashy. Like
Temptation Island was god awful. I saw the first season. I was like, I feel like I'm dying intellectually here.
Those are, in my opinion, bad people who are willing to sell out their relationship for fame.
Yes.
90 Day Fiancé is just drowning in naivete. Like, everybody involved with that show is like, you want to make a documentary about our relationship? Sure. Have you not seen an episode of the show? Everybody hates everybody all the time. Everybody looks bad. Why would you accept going on to the show? But that's what makes it great.
I can't watch Pawn Stars anymore.
I
stopped. I can watch clips of Pawn Stars, but like my dad is still a huge fan of the show because I mean it does have a certain charm to it, I suppose, even though it's all manufactured pretty much. But like all the responses that everyone who works there, like Rick and Chumley and whoever, all the other characters are there, every single one of them feel like they're just not real people. They're just reading off of a script. It's totally insane to me.
Yeah, I hate that show.
That they say like, like they get like there was this like 18th century like helmet that came in that was wrought iron and Chumley all of a sudden has this magical like ability to just conjure up these random facts about it and stuff. And he tries to give the guy a price for it. He's like, well, I don't know if that's a good price. He brings in the expert, of course. The expert says it's worth way more. So then the guy who brought it in starts saying words that seem like they're all manufactured. It's like, man, I can't. There's got to be a level of.
Oh, I think it's like all made up. Or
oh yeah, I mean, I just can't believe it.
Like it's written, for sure.
Yeah. Like this is the responses that you need to be giving, or try to talk more about how you felt over here, sort of thing. It's all manufactured.
Have you moved
by the way, we can guess wherever, but whenever. By the way,
yeah. Like I'm on guess 4.
Yeah.
Okay, I need a little bit more time probably.
Okay, that's fine.
Just to determine. Okay.
Well, make sure you know it's Japanese.
Don't make me laugh, Sinvicta. It was just to make sure that we're in this country and not this country. You know what I mean?
Are you looking at yeah, you were thinking of either Taiwan or China. Are you looking at Luck Fook jewelry?
I'm not looking at Luck Fook jewelry.
I'll have to spell it out for you in case you ever see it, because this is a doozy. It's L-U-K.
Yeah, L-U-K-F-U-K?
Yeah. No, close though.
Okay.
L-U-K-F-O-O-K. Yeah, Luck Fook. They've got some beautiful buses here.
Dude, you know how like you've talked about like this is, like Iceland is like, oh, this is beautiful, this is idyllic. This is idyllic to me right here.
Yes.
When I look at this right here, I'm like, I could live here easy. I mean,
you
probably need to up our living expenses a little bit, but
you think it costs that much more to live in Hong Kong than it does in Vancouver?
I know that like we have a rivalry when it comes to like housing cost. I think rent is probably screwed in
oh yeah, for sure,
Hong Kong, but like we have a rivalry for housing prices for sure. Because usually whenever they're like, it's either like world's most expensive or like world's most overpriced real estate. It's usually like Hong Kong, Singapore, San Francisco, Vancouver, and then usually like maybe Melbourne, like some Australian cities usually get in there.
Right. I guess, by the way, if you haven't already.
Okay, I will.
I'm trying to rush you.
No, it's all good. I think I should be probably right around.
I knew it was Hong Kong right from the start, so.
Yeah. Oh, and we were both, you got me by 1 point.
Ha Take that, you freaking egg.
I would have thought, please let me zoom out. Thank you. It looks like Hong Kong Island is not where the bustle is. But now that I zoom in, I'm like, oh yeah, okay.
Apparently it is. I didn't even know that Hong Kong was an island, to be honest.
Yeah, Victoria Harbor is like a major attraction.
See, I keep telling people you're smarter than I am.
That's not just not smarter. Just there's a ton of Hong Kong influence in Vancouver. Like a lot of people from Hong Kong moved to Vancouver after the or prior to the British handover in
See,
1997.
and I didn't know that. So that you were smarter than me on that.
On that one
that
particular
trivia.
subject, perhaps, yes.
Yeah. I immediately thought Japan as soon as I looked around.
And you were right.
And I was close, but not 100% correct. I personally I have no problem telling the difference between Korean, Japanese, and Chinese. To me, it's not ever an issue.
Well, like Korean is very easy for me.
Yes, because you don't see circles anywhere in Japanese or Chinese.
I'm sure
on the characters.
People are gonna laugh at this, but like for me, people who get like Korean and Japanese language confused, like font confused, I find it really funny because I'm like, they're so different. How could you possibly get this confused? But then I get Japanese and Chinese characters confused.
Really?
So, sometimes.
That surprises me.
Let's see what they got going on here.
I was zooming into this this sign on the edge here on this highway. I was like, oh man, I'm gonna get a name here. It says climbing lane.
Oh,
what is a climbing lane?
Dude,
are these
climbing? Maybe.
Are these bee boxes over here?
What is a bee? Like
it is
like a hive.
Yeah, there's a. I mean, I'm assuming that's what these are. That's what they look like. There's a bunch of. It's like a beekeeper's. Although it can't be that, because why would they be located so close to the road? Someone's gonna have to look at this and tell me, give me a little bit more knowledge, because that doesn't seem like that would make sense. But they look like honeycomb hives and stuff in there.
It's possible. I would definitely not say it's impossible.
If you saw them, you would probably think that they're
like beehives from Minecraft.
No. Like actual beehives.
I
don't know how else to describe this. I'm at 16,223, by the way.
I'm not trying to seed this, but I'm pretty sure you will definitely beat me based on the size of the country.
Okay. I just need to guess somewhere north South Korea, and we're probably going to be good.
Or North Korea.
I would definitely not think that this is North Korea. I unironically want to just go to North Korea one day when it's like,
Oh, yeah.
safe to, just to see the country.
I mean, I think that if it ever opens up, like in our lifetime, it would definitely be a one-of-a-kind tourist destination. Because it's like, it's so, I mean, it's an aberration. And it sounds rude, but like, it's a one-of-a-kind country, right?
Yep.
Like, it's been closed off more or less to all outside influence, except for like China and Russia for like 60 years.
You got me by 91.
I was pretty lucky.
Oh, sorry, 99 actually. But yeah.
It looked so much like, in fact, I think it might have actually been the exact same place that we had that one time.
Yeah.
Where you saw Pyeongchang.
And I was looking for I was looking for sign. By the way, it's not a 99, it's 101 that you got me by. Because I know people are going to call me on the math.
It's always arithmetic.
I was looking for the Olympic symbol and actually found something that looked like it. So I was like, yeah. But hey, you know what? I'll take it 2-1 on the week. I think that puts me down either 4 or 3 games.
Yeah.
So something
consistent,
like that.
You know?
It was a good week of Geoguessr, man.
I really feel like it's not like I've been taking a win a week off of you. I think I had like 2 good weeks, and then we've been playing 500 since then. Yeah. It's been back and forth a lot, but I'm keeping it steady. I mean, who knows how long this season of Geoguessr is going to go for? But so far, so good. Yeah.
And I'm always happy to play.
Well, for now, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the episodes. If you did, click the like button. It's a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching. Watch multiple perspectives, etc., and we'll see you next time.
See you later.
See you.